In the previous two parts, number 14 and 15, we spoke about depopulation tools. That's what they are to the Cabal, just tools, a means to an end. To us, the people, they are mere weapons. They are actual weapons of mass destruction. We have 3 left. Here we go, as we have no time to waste. Number 3 in our countdown. Chemtrails. Remember clear blue skies and white fluffy clouds? Neither do we. They disappeared several decades ago when all of a sudden planes left strange lines in the sky that remained there instead of disappearing after a few minutes, which would be normal for contrails, condensation trails. These new trails, however, not only remain in our skies, they spread out to form a thin and all-enveloping cloud cover. This new type of trails, often raggedy on one side, were soon coined chemtrails, chemical trails instead of condensation trails. Years of testing went by. Chemicals were found all right, and to an alarming extent. Barium, cadmium, aluminum, titanium, strontium, lithium, heavy metals that are stored in our brains where they have proven to cause Alzheimer and Parkinson's disease. What on earth are they doing up there? People reported getting sick, having headaches, burning eyes, and feeling exhausted. After years of denial and ridicule by the authorities, chemtrails were finally admitted to exist. Not only that, we were told they were sprayed on us for our own good, to protect us from global warming. The thin cloud layer, formed by the heavy metal particles, reflects the sun back where it belongs, away from us.
Another example is the array of technologies, often referred to collectively as geoengineering, that potentially could help reverse the warming effects of global climate change. One that has gained my personal attention is stratospheric aerosol injection, or SAI, a method of seeding the stratosphere with particles that can help reflect the sun's heat.
I gotta put this on YouTube.
It's like it's spraying out of the top of his wings.
The organized lack of sunlight causes vitamin D deficiency, which can cause weakened muscles and bones, depression, inflammations, high blood pressure, exhaustion, neurological and autoimmune problems. But hey, it's for your own good. Next, number 2 in our depopulation countdown, electrosmog. The invisible electromagnetic radiation from the use of both wireless technology and mains electricity. Every single day we are bombarded with electromagnetic fields. Most people don't have a clue what the effects are. Others can feel the electromagnetic radiation to the point where they get sick and barely function. Are they drama queens overreacting to something that isn't tangible? Well, no. Just because one cannot see, smell, hear, taste or touch something doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It can exist, and it can even be lethal. Take for instance carbon monoxide. Why do you think miners used to bring a canary down the mines? If it dropped dead, there was carbon monoxide, highly poisonous and potentially lethal. The miners climbed back to the surface as fast as they could. They knew, like nobody else, that something they couldn't see, smell, hear, taste or touch was capable of killing them all. It's the same with electrosmog. Do you even realize what you are exposed to on a daily basis? Think cordless phones, cell phones, baby monitors, cell phone towers and transmitters, wireless networks like Wi-Fi, microwave ovens, smart meters. We are talking electromagnetic fields. Why is it affecting us? Well, that's quite easy to understand when you realize that our human bodies on a cellular level have a tender electrical current of a picoamp. Picoamperes are the smallest current ever recorded. They are a trillionth of an ampere. Now, when you use your cell phone that is plugged into an electrical socket, it will send out a current of 0.2 amps. Forget the pico. This is 200 billion times stronger than what our bodies are used to in their natural state.
Phone charger plugged in. Right? Watch what happens when I plug it in. It becomes a transmitter for electric. Right, and look how far it transmits, look. So if you're laying in bed with that next to your head, that is all going into your head. That's why I know. Watch what happens when I pick my phone up when it's charging. So that is going right into your body.
Furthermore, your cells communicate with each other at an incredible speed of 5 to 10 quadrillion electrical pulses per second. What happens when you interrupt that perfectly balanced electrical circuit with invading currents that are 200 billion times stronger? Then, apart from our own electrical current, we have an electromagnetic field. Now imagine you live in an artificially created field higher than this. Over time, your body will become distressed, trying to compensate for the effects of this greater electromagnetic field. As a result, your body will lose energy constantly to the point of illness and exhaustion. Let's have a look at one particular physical effect of high-frequency electromagnetic fields that most people can relate to: the production of a hormone called melatonin. Melatonin enhances your ability to fight cancer. It strengthens your immune system, and it is responsible for complete relaxation and sleep. In order for you to achieve deep sleep, your brain frequency needs to be less than 4 Hz. But electromagnetic frequencies in and around your house consistently interfere with this. As a result, your melatonin production decreases with up to 50%, depending on the amount of electrosmog in your bedroom. If you want to get up in the morning feeling great and fully rested and refreshed, you really need your melatonin. There's something else you need to know about this hormone. It is produced at night by the pineal gland in your brain. Remember what we said in the previous episode about the pineal gland? That the Cabal really wants it damaged because it activates a greater awareness? Well, this is the second reason why the Cabal hates full-functioning pineal glands in the heads of their useless eaters. It is so much harder to control and oppress healthy and energetic people than exhausted, unhealthy ones. So, disrupt deep sleep and you got the people where you want them. Tired, weary, unstable, and thus unable to think clearly and to see how they are being abused, manipulated, and controlled. Too tired to see through all the lies and to fight back. Decreased melatonin levels aren't the only effects of high-frequency electrosmog. More than 2,000 epidemiological studies have proven that it causes infertility, blood clots causing thrombosis, pulmonary embolisms, heart attacks, and strokes, oxidative stress, damage to the blood-brain barrier, exposing the brain to foreign pathogens like viruses, altered electrical brain activity, and increased behavioral problems in children. Think ADD, ADHD, and autism. Alzheimer's disease. Damage to the central nervous system, causing, for instance, MS and ALS. Cell mutations and DNA damage. Chronic inflammation, weakened immune response, allergies, depression, and cancer. In 2011, the World Health Organization and the International Agency for Research on Cancer classified electromagnetic fields as possibly carcinogenic to humans, based on an increased risk for glioma, a malignant type of brain cancer associated with wireless phone use. Now, of course, you don't get cancer or any of the above overnight. This weapon builds up, bit by bit, day after day, night after night. We asked a group of Dutch researchers to measure EMF peaks in and around the house, and to investigate extensively what the effects of those peaks were on body and mind. Here's what they found. First of all, the peaks mostly took place at night when people are asleep, unaware of what they are exposed to. Secondly, to our surprise, most radiation was measured indoors, not outside and close to the towers, meaning the radiation spreads and intensifies in the electrical circuit of your home. All of your electrical equipment, think laptops, phones, TVs, lamps, electric blankets, coffee machines, fridges, ovens, everything working on LED lights, even the night light in your children's bedroom. Everything radiates EMF like crazy, day and night, especially when plugged in, especially during those nightly peaks, when everybody sleeps and doesn't notice a thing. Until they get up, that is. Then it starts, with restless legs, a dull feeling in the head, dizziness, pressure on the chest, pain between the shoulder blades, pain in the abdomen, stiffness and pain in joints and limbs, tinnitus, shortness of breath, coughing, nosebleeds, heart palpitations and intensified heartbeat, a feeling of heat inside the head and other parts of the body, a tingling or wobbling feeling throughout the body, headaches, and a lack of concentration during the day. A lot of those symptoms can be explained by the fact that your oxygen levels drop to a low directly after the electrosmog peaks. When your cells don't get enough oxygen, the results are detrimental for body and mind.
We are now entering the brave new world of smart meters. That means your electric meter will do so much more than just show how much electricity you use. The new smart meters are watching you. They sense all kinds of goings-on. They see when you turn something on or off. They see how many watts your electric toothbrush pulls. They send the record of that little event over wireless networks, bouncing through your neighbor's smart meters, all the way to the power company where they keep record of all your electric consumption volumes and patterns every minute of every day and store that data forever on computers that you'll never get to see. That data shows when you are at home, shows when you're sleeping, shows when you're on vacation, when you have visitors, when you use a lamp, a power tool, some extra computers, and if you look like you're running a business out of your home. It even senses when you bootleg energy off the grid. Your smart meter data shows a vivid profile of your personal living patterns and whether or not you were at home on the night of the murder. This is not electrical metering. This is personal surveillance. This is a search without a warrant every day. This is your personal private life going straight out through your electric meter to the power company, to the government, to the police, to the insurance company, to anyone who cuts a deal with your power company to look at your life under a microscope. Sorry, it's actually worse than that. People who don't cut a deal can get your information too by simply intercepting the wireless signal spewing from the side of your house. Yes, smart meters are radio transmitters. Here's how you tell. This one is a 1-watt radio station licensed by the FCC. On this all-news radio station, every detail of your electrical life is shooting off to some institutional data center somewhere. Already, the police in Ohio, Texas, British Columbia, and places I don't know about are regularly using smart meter data to pinpoint marijuana grow houses, enforce business licenses, and punish people for doing things in the privacy of their own homes that you were not supposed to do, but they wouldn't even know you were doing if they weren't spying on you. Your power company apparently gets to sell your personal life story to whomever it wants. Any unusual power consumption pattern is considered probable cause to raid you for growing marijuana or running a computer server without a business license. This is about as big brother as it gets. Those friendly men with their truckload of smart meters are going door to door with something a little different than a Christmas carol. My personal opinion is that you and I need to demand that these things be taken off our homes. It is not possible for your power company to claim they have the right to install a surveillance device on your house. Smart meters are no different from wiretapping devices. And in case you didn't know, wiretapping is illegal in all 50 of the states and the federal territories. If you let your power company put a smart meter on your house, you may as well walk around all day with a Facebook helmet webcam pointed at yourself. They have convinced themselves installing smart meters is lawful by some reaching to the moon jive called implied consent. If you say they can change your meter, they pretend you consent even when you don't know really what they're doing. Here's a tip. Tell them they can't change your meter. They had no trouble billing you with the old meter. If you send them a notice by certified mail that they may not install a smart meter or any other surveillance device on your house, their implied consent goes out the window. I would do that if I were you. In fact, I did that, and I'm not even you. Those friendly guys on the sidewalk told me that they plan to put a smart meter on every house in America. If they do that, it will no longer be America.
Now, of course, we're talking about 3, 4, and 5G as well. Millions of people are now concerned about the unrolling of 5G, but not many actually understand the exact problems. 5G is not a steady frequency. It is in development. Right now, most countries have 5G of 3.5 gigahertz. Not a big deal just yet, even though the effects on body and mind can already be felt, like we just showed. However, our governments have a plan for their 5G networks. They intend to increase the gigahertz from 3.5 to 28 to 60. 28 gigahertz is now at an experimental stage. 60 gigahertz is the near future. The entire Internet of Things, in which everything is interconnected through a wireless mega network, will be rolled out on 60 gigahertz. The future network of self-driving cars will need a complete infrastructure of Wi-Fi tunnels underneath your town, state, and country. Every 200 meters, on every street light, under every manhole cover, there will be Wi-Fi hotspots for 60 gigahertz radiation. The energy consumption will skyrocket. Millions of trees will be cut in order to maintain undisturbed data communication. 5G before climate change. Cut those trees and fry the citizens. For the last few years, and especially during the COVID lockdowns, countless 5G masts and transmitters have been placed on buildings, on high voltage masts and streetlights. The unrolling takes place in a highly undemocratic way, mostly in the middle of the night. Citizens have no voice. Masts and transmitters can be placed on the roof of your building without your consent. No guarantees of safety and security have been given to the people who live in those buildings or in the direct vicinity. According to experts, the problems surrounding 5G can be compared to those of the famous frog that was about to be cooked. Have you ever heard of this biological experiment? The frog doesn't notice a thing at first. He feels good and warm, all cuddled up in a pan with water. But the frog cannot see the fire underneath the pan. The water gets warmer and warmer. The frog is still comfortable, but as he gets hot to the point of being cooked to death, he doesn't move. He doesn't try to escape, because it is all happening gradually. He spent all of his energy adapting to the rising temperature. And so, he now waits for the horrid death he is about to experience. That frog, my friends, is you and me. 5G, from 3.5 all the way up to 60 gigahertz. Gradually. We are so busy adapting that we will not be able to escape when our boiling point arrives. At exactly 60 gigahertz, the electrons of an oxygen atom start spinning. As a result, the oxygen you breathe in can no longer be absorbed by your blood cells. In other words, when 5G is set on 60 gigahertz and released, we will literally drop dead within minutes. Hard to take this all in, isn't it? We promised one more depopulation weapon, because for some reason, in spite of all the above, we are still alive. Incredible when you think about it, isn't it? So, buckle up. Number 1 in our depopulation countdown in part 17.